If Japan is known for its mischievous and dangerous yokai, they are not the only mystical creatures to bless this culture's tales. Another group has shaped Japan's spiritual life for centuries and holds a central place in thousands of temples and shrines across the country. These are the sacred animals and messengers of the kami, also known as the Shinshi. Among the symbolic 8 million kami, or spirits, of the Shinto tradition, some of the most famous ones have been associated with animals on earth. Shrines and temples dedicated to these deities worship and respect those animals as sacred messengers of the kami by offering them a sanctuary and building statues in their image. And few, if any, are more widely spread than the sacred fox of Inari Okami. Foxes, or Kitsune in Japanese, are among the most spiritually powerful animals and, as we will see in a future video, they are not always kind. However, among the many foxes one can encounter in Japanese tales and beliefs, none are more present than Inari's Kitsune. Inari, the kami of rice, sake, fertility, and one of the kami associated with agriculture, is a major figure of the Shinto pantheon. Their recorded worship dates back to the 8th century, with the foundation of their main shrine, Fushimi Inari in Kyoto. But in reality, this worship could go back even further. While Inari has been depicted in several forms, male and female, they are often accompanied by white foxes, their messengers. This image has taken such strong roots in Japan that people often see the fox as a representation of Inari and not simply as their messenger, though it is also possible that foxes used to be an original form of Inari and later became their messenger. Foxes would have become associated with Inari and agriculture in general because of their predation of mice and other pests threatening granaries and fields. Their statues, often seen in pairs in front of a shrine, have individual looks and are often seen holding a key to a rice granary or a scroll. Recognizable by their vermilion torii gates, shrines to Inari are some of the most widespread shrines in Japan, with over 30,000 branches all over the country, the greatest number of shrines, just slightly more than Hachiman and its pigeons. Not nearly as remarkable as Inari's foxes, statues of the pigeon or dove of Hachiman can still be found in some of the 25,000 branches dedicated to this kami, worshipped as the patron of samurai and protector of the imperial family, of which he is an ancestor. If the association between Hachiman and doves is not obvious or apparently backed by any clear story, another Shinshi bird has been connected to its kami for centuries, the Yatagarasu of Amaterasu. The Yatagarasu, or three-legged crow, is a mystical creature of significant importance in Japan. According to the Nihon Shoki, or Chronicles of Japan, a book written in the 8th century, it was sent by Amaterasu, the sun kami, to guide Jimmu on his path to becoming the first emperor of Japan. While meeting an actual three-legged crow is not bound to happen, its image is widespread and can be found on Shinto shrines, samurai banners, and even on the logo of the Japanese soccer team. During the Sengoku period, the Yatagarasu was adopted as the crest of the Suzuki clan, made famous by Suzuki Magoichi, leader of the Saika mercenaries renowned for their mastery of firearms. The Yatagarasu is not the only Shinshi associated with Amaterasu, and not even the only bird. Roosters and chickens hold an even deeper connection with the chief kami of the Japanese pantheon. Amaterasu, victim to a prank from her brother Susanoo, out of rage or shame, hid in a dark cave and blocked the entrance with a boulder, thus plunging the world into darkness. To call her and the light back, the gods gathered roosters to crow for her return. Since then, they have kept this role in Ise Jingu, the most sacred shrine of Japan, where they roam free and greet the sun with their call every morning. One Shinshi that is very much alive and kicking, and sometimes biting, is the Shika of Kasuga Taisha, a Shinto shrine located in the forest of Nara, where more than 1,000 deer are protected and approachable. According to the legend, Takemi Kazuchi, a kami of thunder, rode a white deer to Kasuga Taisha in order to become a protector of the capital, which is why the shika, or deer, is now sacred in Nara. Visitors not only of the shrine, but of Nara in general, can get close to those messengers of the kami and feed them shikasenbe sold all around Nara Park, and thus earn a polite bow from the Shinshi. The White Snake of Benzaiten. Benzaiten, originating from the Hindu goddess Sarasvati, is a goddess associated with love, music, the arts, water, or pretty much anything that flows, and as such, with dragons and snakes, themselves spirits of water realms, and particularly with white snakes. In many temples to Benzaiten, places called Benten-do, and Shinto shrines such as Chikubushima Shrine in Lake Biwa or Shirohebi Shrine in Iwakuni, live snakes are sometimes kept as divine symbols. In Japan, white snakes are seen as bringers of good fortune, and spotting one in the wild is said to foretell wealth. Tenjin's ox. Among Japan's many sacred animals, the ox holds a special place as the divine messenger of Tenjin, the kami of learning, scholarship, and poetry. Tenjin was known in life as Sugawara no Michizane, a brilliant Heian period scholar and poet. Falsely accused of treason, Michizane was exiled to Kyushu, where he died in disgrace. Soon after his death, Kyoto was struck by storms, plagues, disasters, and the emperor's sons died in succession. All of those events, people believed, were caused by his vengeful spirit. To appease him, the imperial court built Kitano Tenmagu Shrine in his honor and deified him as Tenjin, turning him into the protector of students and academics. According to the legend, when the followers of Michizane, who was born the year and day of the ox, were transporting his body for burial, the ox pulling the cart suddenly stopped and refused to move. Taking this as a divine sign, they buried him on the spot, which later became the Dazaifu Tenmagu Shrine in Fukuoka. Since then, the ox has been considered Tenjin's sacred animal. At some of the 14,000 Tenmagu shrines across Japan, you'll find oxen statues. Rub the part of their bodies associated with your wish, the head for success in study, the belly for pregnancy, and so on. The list of Shinshi can go on, with some examples associated with a single shrine or temple, while other animals are simply venerated or seen as sacred for their mystical powers, such as frogs, thought to be able to return lost properties, wolves, protecting travelers through dangerous forests, and turtles, who are said to attract luck and wealth. But, as we will see in the next video, not all mystical animals are bound to help humans, far from it. Thank you for watching. Let me know in the comments which Shinshi from this video was your favorite, or if, perhaps, you hold another animal as your personal guardian. Don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss our next deep dive into Japanese mystical creatures. And if you love Japanese folklore, be sure to check my upcoming novel, Blood of the Kami, coming 2nd of April 2025.